आज अगर आप एक केस फाइल करते हैं और आपको ये बताया जाए कि 10 साल लगेंगे फॉर यू टू गेट जस्टिस एंड देन समवन कम्स एंड टेल्स यू कि एक और तरीका है जिससे जस्टिस जल्दी मिल सकती है इन अ मच चीपर मैनर, इट विल साउंड लाइक द परफेक्ट सोल्यूशन फॉर यू. Then why did the government abolish and merge several tribunals in 2021? UPSC ने इस पे सवाल पूछा था. Let's have a look. The question read that comment on the need of administrative tribunals as compared to the court system. Assess करिए the impact of recent tribunal reforms through rationalization of the tribunals made in 2021. ये question 2025 में पूछा गया था as a 10 marker. So now pause this video, brainstorm your answer and come back to the video to see what I say. This is a very tricky question when it comes to exam scenario. बहुत सारे keywords हैं इसमें, directives हैं. Only if you pay attention to them, you will tend to write the right answer. They're saying comment करिए on the need for administrative tribunals as compared to the court system. मतलब court system जो already exist करता है, इससे compare करके बताइए कि administrative tribunals की need क्या है. And इस पे अपना comment करिए. And then it says that you have to assess the impact of recent tribunal reforms. कब हुए ये recent reforms? 2021 में, जिससे rationalize किया गया tribunals को. So थोड़ा detail में समझते हैं. Administrative tribunals जो होते हैं, they are quasi-judicial bodies जो adjudicate करते हैं expert manner में with speed at a lower cost, जैसे CAT, NGT, AFT and so on. So these are the administrative tribunals. Courts क्या करते हैं? Courts constitutional होते हैं. इनका wide jurisdiction होता है. They are independent. But इनके साथ कुछ issues हैं. बहुत ज़्यादा pendency होती है. Cost काफ़ी ज़्यादा आ जाती है. And they are complex systems. तो question में ये कहा गया to rationalize. उन्होंने ना बोला remove, ना बोला abolish, उन्होंने बोला rationalize. अब इनके keywords को समझ लेते हैं. What is comment? You have to talk about the need of administrative tribunals. तो इसमें यूपीएससी ये एक्सपेक्ट करता है that you will explain कि administrative tribunals को create क्यों किया. कोर्ट से आप इसको कंपेयर कर देंगे एंड अपना बैलेंस्ड ओपिनियन बताएंगे इस कमेंट में. यू आर नॉट सपोज टू टॉक हियर अबाउट एग्जैक्टली ट्राइब्यूनल्स होते क्या हैं, या इसकी कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल प्रोविजंस क्या हैं, या इसके टाइप्स क्या हैं. वेरी शॉर्ट मैनर में आप इसको इंट्रोडक्शन में इंक्लूड जरूर कर सकते हैं, बट दिस इज नॉट द कोर ऑफ द क्वेश्चन. सो द कीवर्ड इज नीडेड, लेकिन डिस्क्रिप्शन ऐसी जरूरी नहीं है. Now let's talk about what is assess. Assess means that you have to explain the impact. Positives बताइए, concerns बताइए, and arrive at a balanced judgment. इसमें सिर्फ provisions को enlist नहीं करना है या praise and criticize नहीं करना है. You have to assess it. So इस क्वेश्चन की कोर डिमांड ये बन जाती है that what is the need of the administrative tribunals. ट्राइब्यूनल रिफॉर्म्स जो किए गए 2021 में उनका रेफरेंस एंड उसका इम्पैक्ट ऑन द जस्टिस डिलीवरी क्या हुआ. दिस प्रोग्रेशन हैज टू बी यूज्ड इन योर आंसर. सो क्वेश्चन बेसिकली इज आस्किंग यू व्हाई द administrative tribunals exist and whether 2021 reforms made them better. Being a 10 marker, you have to write 10% introduction, 10% conclusion, and अगर आप इन दो पार्ट्स का वेट देखें, so you will have to write 1/3 in the first part and 2/3 in the second part of the answer. So this is how you can show your knowledge and your assessment and your analysis. You can introduce saying articles 323A and 323B of the Constitution envisage specialized tribunals to ensure speedy, expert and affordable justice. The Tribunals Reforms Act 2021 sought to rationalize the tribunal system while improving administrative efficiency. मतलब कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल प्रोविजन की वजह से ये बनते हैं, लेकिन 2021 में इनको rationalize कराया गया. So first part of the question was comment करिए on the need of administrative tribunals as compared to the court system. So how do we do that? We will talk about the need of the administrative tribunals and their advantages over the courts. So that is how we are comparing, but at the same time we are doing something much broader than a simple comparative table. We are talking about the need of the administrative tribunal and the advantage over courts. This is much more than a simple comparison. So number 1, specialized expertise. So they are domain specific adjudication. Number 2, speedy disposal. They reduce delays from judicial pendency, which is a serious issue in the courts. Number 3, कॉस्ट इफेक्टिव जस्टिस, अफोर्डेबल होते हैं ये. नंबर 4, स्पेसिफाइड प्रोसीजर्स होते हैं, लेस टेक्निकल, फ्लेक्सिबल, Number 5, reduced burden on judiciary. This enables the courts to focus on constitutional matters. Now you have to assess the impact of these reforms that were used to rationalize the tribunal system. So what can we do? We can talk about the impact of these reforms and the assessment of the reforms in the process of rationalization. So what did they do? Number 1, they merged and abolished certain tribunals. So they reduced the overlap. Number 2, they transferred the functions. Better utilization of resources happened, but this increased the burden on high courts. See, now this is an assessment. So here, like you're saying that the assessment led to something good. Here you're saying that this is what it led to, but it also created a problem. Number 3, uniform service conditions led to greater administrative consistency. Number 4, revised appointments. Faster filling of vacancies, concerns over tribunal independence remain. And this was also shown in the Madras Bar Association case. Number 5, rationalization. It improved the efficiency, but risk of weakening specialized justice, which was actually one of the core requirements. So now after your assessment, what do you have to say? So how can you conclude this answer? We can say something like this. Tribunal reforms should balance administrative efficiency, judicial independence, and access to justice, ensuring tribunals continue to complement, not substitute, the constitutional court system, right? So this was the outcome of my assessment. Your assessment can lead to some different outcome. So depending on that, you can use it for your conclusion, right? So now you can see that why is it that UPSC mains is so tricky. If you don't focus on each of these words that are there in the question, which I pointed out in the beginning of this video, you will miss out on some part that actually creates a filter in terms of what you should write in that answer. 10 mark and 15 mark is very little for you to write answers of 150 words and 250 words. And ये space इतना कम होता है जिसमें आपको अपनी सारी knowledge डालनी हो. But at the same time, the UPSC questions provide you so many filters because of which you can write exactly what the question is asking. And hence, identifying the question's demand is one of the most important skills to have when it comes to UPSC mains. So today's assignment is that you please write this answer and think about it, that what should your assessment eventually give to you, which should help you in writing your conclusion.